welcome back. It's Dr. Brian Taggy, and this is another episode of the ENT Minute. We hope you're enjoying these videos. In a previous video, we talked about throat clearing and some of the causes of throat clearing. Now, remember in that video that we talked about two possible etiologies for throat clearing. One of them we talked about the postnasal drip. In other words, the drainage that goes down the back of the throat that will induce the buildup of mucus in the throat that then causes the throat clearing. Another, and I think more common reason to be constantly throat clearing is the production of mucus from the throat because there's an irritation going on inside of the throat. And there were several etiologies there. Today I'm going to focus on one of them. And by the way, this is the one that I usually have my patients start with if there's no other finding that would suggest other causes. And so in the office, when I'm evaluating someone who has excessive mucus in the throat, that will usually involve an endoscopy. Now, the endoscopy can give me ideas and can lead to the diagnosis, because the scope that we use goes through the nose and down into the throat, and oftentimes we can isolate and localize the area of inflammation. Now remember, inflammation from an irritant, the inflammation is what induces those glands inside the lining to produce the excessive mucus. And so this is one of the most common. And again, like I said, this is the one that I usually start with. So you may want to start with this one if you can't identify any other reasons for your excessive mucus in the throat. And so we call this silent reflux again. And what does that mean? Now, some people have reflux that isn't silent, or in other words, they have reflux that's manifest by heartburn or indigestion, or symptoms of regurgitating acid up into their throat. And so that's an easy one, like I said earlier, because that confirms the diagnosis. And if you're one of those, then doing the same thing here will help you in the treatment of reflux. Now, silent reflux can occur when you're sleeping at nighttime. When you're asleep at nighttime, the head assumes the same level, approximately the same level as the stomach, and so gravity isn't helping anymore to prevent that regurgitation of acid up into the throat, causing the irritation and then inducing the mucus that's problematic for the individual. And so silent reflux is something that usually occurs at nighttime when you're sleeping. It's a very common problem. In fact, most people that have reflux in my experience have silent reflux and lack those symptoms of heartburn. And so again, a good one to start with. And so what do you do? In fact, I'd have you do this for 6 weeks. Give this a trial, and this is there's a phrase that we use called empirical management of reflux. And what that is number one, elevating the head of your bed. Now, it's not just adding an extra pillow at nighttime, because that can actually make it worse. But what I'd rather have my patient do is elevate the bed by putting like a brick under each post of the headboard to elevate and tip that whole bed upward. And that's very effective in most individuals. And in some individuals, it's the only thing they need to do. But I have you combine that with other things. No eating right before bedtime. My rule is 2 hours. No eating and then lying down. Give yourself a span of 2 hours before lying down in that elevated position. And that's number two. The third one is a very easy one, and this is kind of a hard one for a lot of people. A lot of people like their ice cream right before bedtime. And I know that's enjoyable, but that will induce reflux almost all the time, even if you're not prone to reflux. And so no dairy in the evening. Now, during the daytime, there are some things that will induce more reflux by causing an effect on the muscles in the esophagus, the lower esophagus, to open up a little bit more. And those are caffeine, chocolate, tobacco, alcohol, spices, mints or gum or peppermints, and fatty, greasy foods. And so if you kind of have that in mind and sort of modify your diet during the daytime, that will also help this nighttime silent reflux. And then the last thing are medications. In fact, I have my patients undergo a trial just for 6 weeks, along with the other 4 things to treat their silent reflux. Omeprazole and pantoprazole are common ones, and these are now over the counter. They used to be prescription medications. Now you can get these over the counter. And taking those once a day, best in the evening prior to your dinner time is the best time to take that. And so these are some hints, and maybe the first thing that you want to do, if you can't identify anything else that's caused your throat clearing, do this. And most individuals will come back and say, hey, this was fantastic. My mucus is much better. My family's happier because I'm not clearing my throat all the time, and sometimes very successful. And so for more information, make sure you check with your ENT doctor because again, he or she may want to do an endoscopy and check for other potential etiologies for throat clearing. Thanks for joining us on the ENT Minute today. If you have any comments, please make those below. And make sure you subscribe, as I've always asked you to do, and like it. And then we'll see you next time for other potential solutions for throat clearing. We'll see you next time.